This episode is brought to you by Mastermind Models and Miniatures and Liber to Monica. Hi guys, welcome to Counterpoints. My name is Connor, and today we're going to be breaking down the Angels of Death prequel, Kill Command. As always, if you want to watch the original uninterrupted, go to Warhammer TV, and if you're in a non-service country, use a VPN. We begin the episode with beautiful establishing shots. The sword of Baal adrift in the void, the unconscious and dead crew strewn about the bridge, the falling of an angel banner, a servo skull searching for anyone left alive. One of the beautiful things of note is the Gothic and medieval architecture, making you feel like you're trapped in a weird combination of the future and the past. There are only a handful of survivors, the male Master of Ordnance, the female Master of Augurs, and our protagonist, Senior Officer Sulkin. They confer on what happened, with the Master of Augurs stating that she could barely see a ship that attacked them. The Master of Ordnance chastises both the Master of Augurs and seems hostile to Sulkin. Based off of the small signature, quick attack, and immediate disabling of the ship, the Master of Augurs suspects Eldari pirates. Dark Eldar are piratical, vampiric space elves who are described by Sulkin as nightmares given flesh, raiders, murderers, and enslavers. What they don't mention in this episode, because it's rated for teenagers, is that the Drukhari, as they're known, are super into grapes. Their souls are constantly being drained by the chaos god of excess, Slanesh, and as a result they extend their lives in vigor through killing, torture, and lots of grape. The captain is dead, and there is a struggle for power.
What are you doing?
I am taking command of the ship.
The warp you are!
Get your hands off me!
You've been senior bridge officer for less than one rotation. I've served as Master of Ordnance on this vessel for nearly 2 decades. Captain Faber would have us return to safe harbor.
Faber is dead. Like it or not, I am next in line of command.
That may be true, but as it stands, you are not in command. Our ranks bear equal weight, and I am the senior serviceman.
It is our duty to stand fast and fight. The Eldari likely think us listless. They will close on us. When they do, we can take them with a full sweep bombardment.
Even so, if we fire, Livia, you would sacrifice half the ship.
I would sacrifice it all.
We will die if we stay here.
The chain of command is clear. Only those absent the darkness of despair can be permitted to sail in the black of the void.
You cannot!
What about you, Master of Augurs? Any objections?
Awaiting orders. Ship mistress.
So, breaking that down, the Master of Ordnance attempts to assert control, believing he should take over before the novice officer Sulkin, but Sulkin insists on the chain of command. Not just this, but she refuses to flee. It's revealed that she plans to fight the Drukhari with their bombardment cannons, because the Lances, capital ship-class las cannons, are knocked offline. The Master of Ordnance is revealed not to want control out of some sense of duty, but because he wants to flee and fears dying at the hands of the Drukhari or the fanatical plans of Officer Sulkin. This is because if they fire the bombardment cannons in their weakened state, it will cause crippling damage to the ship and maybe break it in half. Sulkin's comment, "I would sacrifice it all," is followed up by "only those absent the darkness of despair can be permitted to sail in the black of the void." There isn't just a spiritual component to this, there's actually a tactical and technical one. Tactically, if you flee, the Drukhari will cut you down, and according to the ethos of the Imperium, it is better to die fighting than to suffer defeat. Technically, only those of the strongest will and character can control the tempestuous machine spirit of a warship. For trying to jump the chain of command, doubting a peer officer, and for cowardice, the Master of Ordnance is executed. The Master of Augurs seems a little bit happy, like a little bit too much happy to be seeing this girl boss moment. Which brings us to the gunnery deck hands.
Emperor's tears.
Then shift! We need to make the junction and seal the blast door before the fire reaches us.
What fire, boss? Blast's out! Near baked a lot of us, but it's gone. Oh, at least I'm still in one piece.
Oh, Emperor, damn it! Kimo's dead. Slag filth old me Lythos.
You'll be the one getting lit up if you don't get your sump, useless hide down this corridor! We've still a ride ahead of us, boys. The tertiary power couplings didn't explode, but I'll wager my good eye they're fit to go, and we're lined up pretty for the backdraft.
It's wedge shot!
Blooded teeth! Grace, Slev, get over here and help us with this!
What about them lot?
There's no time. They'll never make it. Look! It's now or never!
Come on!
That's it! Together now!
Let's break that down. What we can understand from the deckhands is that life as a menial worker in the Imperium is brutish, dangerous, and often short. Slev, one of the crew members, has a bionic hand, the chief has a bionic eye, and the group narrowly escapes being crushed, burned, and gassed. It's only their quick thinking and attention to detail that keeps them alive while having dark humor almost the entire time. Slev complains about a dead crewman owing him lithos or cigarettes, and later refers to the captain as a bitch. He's chastised by the chief and threatened with an execution, but both of them later remark that they mean bitch as a term of admiration to her fighting spirit. They consign themselves to dying, firing one last round at the Xenos, which brings us back to Ship Mistress Sulkin.
Human limb 70.
Are you ready for this, Ship Mistress?
We'll find out.
Captain expired. Human limb 70. Captain expired.
May the spirit of the machine accept your soul.
Sword of Baal! I am Ship Mistress Sulkin! I would command you! Heed me!
Hull damage severe. Bow broken. Primary. Read error. Reactors offline. Captain expired. Cogitating. Engines. Refrain. Error. Cogitating.
Non-compliance. Error.
Vengeance. Vengeance.
And we shall have it. Together. I am going to hurt you, but it is as a flesh wound compared to the scar I am about to inflict on my soul. In the name of vengeance, it must be done.
Human limb restored.
Master of Augurs and Shipmistress Sulkin debate over taking control of the ship while it's in such a damaged state. All technology in the Imperium of Man is imbued with a base sentience known as a machine spirit. These spirits can be fickle and actually have impact on the function of machinery. The machine spirit on the Sword of Baal is wounded and in a feral state. Just before jumping into the throne, Sulkin looks to the banner of the angel. This is important because more specific than the Imperium's cult of sacrifice is the sacrifice of Sanguinius. Sanguinius, the Primarch of the Blood Angels, was blessed with the gifts of nobility and strength and cursed with foresight and rage. Sanguinius' story would be similar to that of Jesus in our world. Sanguinius knew that he was doomed to die at the hands of his brother Horus, but also knew that if he did not go to his death, the Emperor and the Imperium itself would fall. Sanguinius accepted his fate and sacrificed his life so that others might live and fight on. Sulkin is able to take command of the ship through sheer force of will, but by also promising the ship vengeance for its pain and loss.
Sithrak, dissection.
The Mon Key vessel is stricken. Cistern lenses register their weapons inoperable. Their engines appear functional.
Are there others?
There are no more prey. They are alone.
I implore swiftness, Lord Vaughn. Or they may yet make the way station we skirted. Nothing has changed. We do not have the numbers to prevail there.
No, the bait is no good if we spoil it early. Sithrak, monitor their communications. We wait until they cry out for aid. It will not be long. Fear runs in their marrow. No, it has...
Pavement boarding decree.
Then the trap is set.
Signal observed. Signal observed. Good. More of them will be coming.
Then the trap is set.
In Cain's name!
Bring us about. Full speed. Target their propulsion systems. Prepare grapples.
An enslavement boarding decree.
No. It has been too long since our brothers and sisters have tasted slaughter. Cain grows restless in their blood. Kill 2 in every 3 of the human filth.
Lord, what of our quota?
The Cabal will just have to make do with whatever slaves are left.
Lithe and bladed like its masters, we see the Drukhari ship cutting through the void. Derogatorily referring to the humans as monkey, they are excited to have fresh prey to capture. Paying honor to the fact that the Drukhari are reliant on pain and suffering for their vigor, we see the Archon cut his tongue and an advisor in a tortured state while having this briefing. Monkey is a relic of Warhammer lore, but has stayed for a fun reason. It's been remarked that the reason the Eldar fear humanity, and Space Marines in particular, is for the same reason you would be scared if a gorilla broke into your home in plate armor wielding a shotgun. It's actually interesting to see the Drukhari praising the war god Cain, whom they serve to stay off She Who Thirsts, Slaanesh.
Are you sure?
Yes. Orders direct from Shipmistress Sulkin to all able gunnery gang. Vent plasma from the heat sinks and couple the dispersal feeds to the main firing lines.
She's gonna run out the guns.
Aye, it would seem she is.
Crazy bit.
Mind your tongue, Slev! Or I'll put this welding lass to better use and shut you up permanently!
I meant no disrespect, boss.
Aye, you did.
Subjunks 3 and 4 weren't built for that level of backwash. If she fires the guns, she'll blow out the entire deck.
And us with it.
Seems right enough. Well, just how long did you bunch of reprobates expect to live laboring in the Emperor's service? Now get your unworthy hides in gear. We've a valve to open and a date with a grox load of plasma! Don't look so sad, lads. Whatever's waiting for us beyond the veil, you can bet your last breath it's better than what we've been served till now.
Then best make sure the shipmistress takes those Xenos wretches with us.
Don't matter none, pal. We ain't gonna be around to be disappointed if not.
Deck Chief declares us weapons ready, Shipmistress. Let's hope the Xenos take the bait. We've got one shot at this.
Then we'd better not miss. Servo Skull. All hands. This is Shipmistress Sulkin. Brace for firing. Near broadside detonation. Our guns will roar and the Xenos will get our vengeance. The Emperor's might stand you fast. On my order, Constance.
Yes, Shipmistress.
Yes.
Report.
Enemy vessel destroyed, shipmistress. We trailed the wash little better. We're belly up and dead in the void.
Angel's grace, we have triumphed.
Primary cogitators overloaded and shorted. Main reactors are gone. The residual scrubbers might give us enough power to breathe until the flotilla arrives. Everyone not on the bridge spire or far starboard annexes is dead. The gunnery deck was lost with all hands.
In the darkest moments, the cost is always the same. It is all that we have. The angel gave his life so that the Holy Emperor could stand with us through the darkness of this age. We must, all of us, be ready to do the same. 1 life, 100, 1,000. We must never trade survival for defeat. Whatever evils the universe throws at us, our resolve must be greater.
Beautiful. And let's break down that last little bit. So I'm actually very, very, very happy that Slev got to have one last cigarette before going into the hereafter. Despite having a teenager in their midst, the crew sacrifices themselves, following the leadership of Sulkin. It's likely that if the Master of Ordnance had seized command, they would have been cut down as they fled, but instead they got to die in a blaze of plasma and glory. On some level, having your soul evaporate into the warp or to be brought into the Emperor himself is far preferable to being captured by Chaos or Xenos and tortured for eternity. The Imperium is a death cult, but that's because death is preferable to the horrors of the galaxy. The giant bombardment cannons are partially loaded manually, speaking to mankind's distrust for automated technology, and when the ship is gutted by the firing of its cannons, Sulkin experiences the pain of the ship physically and spiritually. The Sword of Baal kills the Xenos and survives to be refit and repaired and to fight another day. Sulkin ends with, we must never trade survival for defeat. Whatever evils the universe throws at us, our resolve must be greater. Which is what makes 40K great. It's the raging against the dying of the light, the indomitable human spirit against the whirlwind of existence. It is hope, fury, and vengeance against despair, submission, and surrender. God, I love this universe. So, if you like this episode, like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment, and if you can't think of anything else to comment, type comment for the comment gods. Join the Discord and the Patreon if you're so inclined, and check out our sponsors. Catch you in the next one. Bye. Hey you! Yes you. Are you drowning in plastic crack? Do you keep buying models and never have them painted? Is your pile of shame bigger than the models you actually have done? The team at Mastermind Models and Miniatures can help, or M3 Studios if you prefer. The team at M3 Studios and their Mastermind/Master Painter Clay are just like you, addicted to plastic crack and have channeled their addiction into a passion and a profession. They paint kick-ass models to whatever standard or solution you need. Their motto is professional painting services to bring your imagination to life. Trying to just get on the tabletop? M3 Studios can do that. Trying to shock and awe your local game store? M3 Studios can do that too. Want a piece of art that your descendants will fight over at your funeral? M3 Studios can do that, and it's easy. Click on the link or in the description, and you can talk to M3 Studios directly about your commission. Tell them the Counterpoints channel sent you, and not only are you guaranteed an awesome paint job at a fair price, but you help the Counterpoints channel continue to grow. What is there to lose? Stop buying models you will never paint, and instead let Clay and the M3 Studios team help you dominate your local friendly game store and show off the best painted models this side of the Mississippi. Start your commission today.